Scalpers. All right, that sounded better in my head, but I wanted to start the video out by saying scalpers because we, ladies and gentlemen, are in
the future.
Politicians in the United Kingdom are calling for a call to action against the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X scalpers. The guys who are using bots to automatically buy PlayStations or Xbox or all the consoles before anybody else can get their hands on them, and then they're reselling them at double and even triple the prices. I've seen some PS5s being listed for over $5,000. That's just common supply and demand, but also, where's the ethics in that? We're talking about a console here. So obviously you've probably heard about the next-gen consoles being sold out literally everywhere, but have you ever wanted to know the real reason why and what exactly is happening? Well, it's easy. It has to do with scalpers, who are real-life people who are using bots to automatically purchase these things. And basically what's going on is these bots automatically detect when a retailer gets stock or a supply of PS5s in, and this bot also notifies the user of that, but at the same time simultaneously basically throws everything into the cart and checks out all at once with all the stock before anybody can. So they're buying it all up. And you know, it makes me think this got to be a really wealthy person to be able to do this, but it's actually corporations. So that's what's going on. But later on in the video, obviously we're going to get into all the details. I'm kind of just talking right now because there's a bunch I want to discuss. So I don't remember this being such a big deal with the PlayStation 4, but I do remember hearing the story of someone at Walmart in 2006 getting shot over a PS3. And actually, I found the news article for that right here, and there are 3 different instances, like in the days after the PS5 launched in November 2006. And I mean, that was crazy. If we think consoles being sold at, now are bad, imagine getting shot over a PlayStation 3 and like in 2020 having like some sort of health problems because 15 years ago you got shot over a console that nobody even plays anymore. It's crazy. But I feel like I am in real life GTA. It's a parody. That's why I showed that clip at the beginning of the video. I mean, we have a literal government calling for action against people flipping consoles. I can't believe it. But can you blame these people? That's where like the ethics argument comes into play versus, hey, these people are just trying to make money, which this company even said. So I don't know. For me, it's a bit stressful. I bought some Pokemon cards, some rare Charizards, like some PSA 7 and 8s a couple months ago to flip those. And like, that was just too stressful. Like, unless you just have infinite amounts of money where it doesn't matter, flipping things like that for a buck can be rewarding. But at the same time, I guess I don't have that hustler mentality. So anyways, the UK wants to make the resale of goods bought using bots illegal. And they actually put out a little statement here going a little more in-depth on it, but it's a bit comparable to the legislation that was proposed and introduced for the secondary selling of tickets, which require resellers to be transparent in regards to their identity and the details of the seating. So like, you got to know who is selling the consoles. So you're going to look somebody in the eyes who is selling you a console for double what it's worth, even though you're willing to pay that, and say, man, why are you selling me this for double the price? And he's got to look you in the eyes and say, because I like money, and then nobody's going to like that guy, I guess. Anyways, it's easy for me to get off topic. But yeah, if you didn't know, back in the day, like, ticket selling was a thing, and they had to put some sort of legislation in place to stop that. And when I say that we're like in the future and it feels like GTA, I just mean in the sense that like ticket selling is pretty innocent, right? But people have always bought stuff and flipped them, whether it be shoes or whatever. I mean, these bots have been around forever, so this isn't anything new. But a lot of gamers are obviously affected by this, and there's a bigger community of gamers than there is people who complain about shoes getting scalped, for instance. But anyways, what this proposal basically is entailing, and like the official quote from it is, new releases of gaming consoles and computer components should be available to all customers at no more than the manufacturer's recommended retail price and not be bought in bulk by the use of automated bots, which often circumvent maximum purchase quantities imposed by the retailer. Then it also goes on to mention that unscrupulous vendors would be denied the chance to make themselves vast profits at the expense of genuine gamers and computer users, while also deterring fraudulent cyber criminal activities. So, after reading that, I feel like a lot of politicians are behind this. Probably because, well, a lot of politicians use consoles. You don't have to use consoles just to game. Some people use them in lieu of like a DVD player. You watch movies, Netflix on there. It's nice to have, especially if you have kids. And sometimes, well, hey, that tablet or that PlayStation will quieten them down so you can relax a bit. If you're a parent out there, drop a like if you relate to that one. While I agree with this, I initially had a thought to myself, like, why don't websites just put in stricter policies? Like, is this even necessary for this to go that high up, like on the hierarchy? And yeah, I think it is because, eBay has very strict rules and things, but that's where a lot of the scalping is happening. But like, you can't sell a fake Gucci bag on eBay, or you probably could, but there's a chance you're not going to get away with that. But yeah, as far as the consoles go, I just don't think there's any other way around it. And being that the fact that it's not only gamers that use the consoles per se, it could be elderly people who watch movies or anything. Y'all got to remember that and be open-minded. So anyways, I want to just touch base on the bots real quick because like I said, those aren't new. They've been around forever. Sneakers, tickets, these automated tools have always been used, but like there's a lot of detail in what goes into, how they work. So I told y'all it automatically notifies users when the PS5s come in stock at the retailers before circumventing any wait times. They add them all to their cart and they check out, and that's it. But websites do try to block automated buyers like this, but these bots are designed very well. But also some of these guys go through like crazy loopholes for this. Like they will run these bots through multiple computers so that the website doesn't flag it. I mean, it's crazy. And the last thing I want to say is when it comes to like ethics and morals versus making some money, like, yeah, at the end of the day, we all got bills to pay and we got a life to live and we got our own goals, fantasies, whatever. So really, it doesn't matter. It's all, I guess, your own personal opinion, which also doesn't matter what you think about scalpers. But the company doing this is known as Crep Chief Notify. At least that's who I've seen in my source. And basically what they do is acquire all these consoles. Obviously with the bots, they've acquired over 5,000 next-gen consoles to resell at like double the price. So they're going to make like over $19 million in profits. It's insane. Or maybe not the company, but everyone in general. That's more, than like Sony or anybody else is making, which is crazy. So the group actually was asked about all this, and well, they responded in a crazy manner. It was insane. Now, when this company was actually receiving negative feedback from all of this stuff, well, they went on to say that lots of our community members have been furloughed, made redundant, or at some form of disadvantage due to the pandemic. These people have managed to cover their bills, put food on the table, and supply Christmas presents to their children. It may be unfortunate that a child won't wake up to a PS5 this Christmas, but any other child may have woken up to nothing. We have no regrets. So, I can't tell whether there's like some sarcasm in this or if that's a serious statement, but hey, like I said, at the end of the day, we all got bills to pay, and you do what you got to do. People pay hookers for, pleasure. Some people pay double to a scalper for a PS5 because they're getting their pleasure that way, and that's what they want. Everybody wins. So either way, I agree with it. I see it from all standpoints, and I'm super laid back in that fact. Do what you got to do. Leave a like on the video if you enjoyed, and subscribe with notifications on if you want to see more videos like this covering anything gaming related.